younger generations that are applying right now, that are trying to seek job employment. Now, a lot of them are helping families and doing it but the fact is that we're getting applications in again. You know what? And we're getting opportunities. We did an incentive for the employees. A couple things to be aware of is supplies are about to hit the brick wall here in about a month. Anything that comes in a to-go box, and when you're running a business of 25%, 30% to-go business right now, you can't put it in anything. And this is not just from me, this is from every line of, all of us at the same time, all had the same conversation this morning is, hey, were you able to get it? And so it's gonna come to a thing. Our guest count has increased, but our check average has gone down. So I think that's just because of food costs, grocery costs, rent costs, everything of that nature. So it's gonna kind of just dust it up.
So if we want to go, we bring our own dental box.
You know what?
with us.
If you did right now, like listen, hey, they're microwavable and washable. Like listen, we'll definitely put a discount on it.
I was thinking if you did it like state fair food, you brought a bunch of corn dog sticks or skewers.
You know, I mean, you look at it, we're thinking ahead, and this is I make this statement because this is something that's going to hit us in December. We're going to talk about it for the next couple of months, but it's going to be across the board, you know, and hopefully we all share the wealth, and you know, we're basically just holding supplies just so that we can hope that we can share for that next truck and hope it's there.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Todd?
So Richland has the traditional small town festivities coming up. We have two trick or treat. Parks Board is putting one on this Saturday, I believe. Yeah, the Parks Board, the 23rd. The Chamber of Commerce will have theirs on Sunday the 31st. And we're having a Christmas bazaar on the 11th. So, kind of talking at the lake, I was asked, learning about Teslas, very interesting, huge market that we have coming up here. And I saw where they push a button and say, I'm going from here to Florida.
That's right.
And it picks your route. So I just Googled charging stations, St. Robert, Waynesville. There's 6 within 30 miles.
It's on my notes to talk about too.
Perfect. But it was something that brought up, I never thought about it, but a lot of folks are not doing a destination because of it used to be because mom and dad went there, I remember, they're hitting a shortest path or the path that I can get my vehicle charged. And
We're looking for grant opportunities right now, and then we're
perfect. I'm about to steal your thunder. Sorry about that.
okay. Great idea, though.
There you go.
Good to go. All right. From Crocker, so we had since our last meeting, we've had our annual Railroad Day celebration. Of course, we had to cancel back in 2020, so this was a reboot. It did rain on the event, however, we still held our parade. People still had fun. We had an ATV rodeo. Kids got muddy. They had a blast. Coming up in December, we have our lighted Christmas tree parade on the 18th of December. Not Christmas tree, lighted Christmas parade. Basically, long story short, when it turns dark around 6 p.m., people will have floats that are lit to celebrate the season, and everybody's welcome to come to enjoy hot chocolate and participate. Coming up on the 30th of October, they're having a trunk or treat down at the Crocker Park. Everybody's welcome to come. They're going to have different contests. Let's see, free hot dogs while supplies last, free hay rides, and let's see, the pumpkin carving contest, and also a car contest. And here's some of the examples of some of the trunk or treats of the past. They get quite elaborate.
It's like you just opened up your trunk and had candy in there.
There's the Pac-Man.
Plastic pumpkin.
Really cool.
It's pretty serious.
Yeah.
It's a financial obligation when you look at that thing.
All right. And for the first time ever, the park board's going to sponsor a hunter's breakfast. That'll be held on November 13th and 14th at the Crocker Park. Everybody, of course, hunting is a big tourism attraction for our area as well, because we had a lot of hunters come in from St. Louis, especially at towards Crocker. And for, let's see, $10, have different options, $10 for 2 scrambled eggs, 2 biscuits and gravy, sausage patty, hash browns. What better place to go for breakfast? Just saying. All right.
Glenn, I appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, and Todd, to your point, yeah, so about a month ago or so, again, in my brain, I'm like, we gotta figure out this electric charging station, and so we're gonna figure this out on, if it's not a grant opportunity, then we gotta figure out where can we do this, and we've gotta get on the map. We're on Interstate 44, it's something that, you know, we're missing within this community, I think, in this county, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be private businesses that invested on their own, but with I mean, there's new car, it's not just Tesla anymore, you know, there's other vehicles. You know, Cadillac's gonna be all electric soon, the Hummer's coming out, all electric, the Tesla truck's coming. I mean, there's so many opportunities for us to figure out what's next, to get people to stop here. And then when they stop here for a couple hours to charge, let's give them something to do. I agree. I appreciate everybody's engagement tonight. I do appreciate Laura, Daryl, Todd. I appreciate you guys coming and asking questions. And hopefully you can help spread the message that, you know, we're working hard to showcase Pulaski County outside of Pulaski County, to get folks to come here. Pending any questions, does anybody have any other comments or?
There's only one comment I wanted to make in regards to the employment issues. We had a lot of those discussions at our association meeting last week. And one destination, they have hotel and restaurant associations there, but they had kind of come together and were trying to do kind of an employee share program. You know, for instance, you know, the hotels, you know, they work over at this property, you know, for part of the day, and then they shift over to another. And it wasn't sister properties, but I don't know how that all was working out. But it's been interesting to see how some of those communities were trying to work through those issues. Restaurants, they said they were trying to do the same thing. You know, if you want me to reach out and see about what type of plan they've devised.
We were discussing earlier about that. There's a couple restaurants in Arkansas that are actually hiring students and paying them 1 hour of study time.
Yeah, that's
So
Hot
for,
Springs Village.
yeah, so for instance, like, you know, they get out of school and come to work, you know, my thing is I can't keep them on the phones anyways, let alone have to study for an hour. But if that incentive worked and I got a loyal employee, you know, his GPA's up, his parents are sitting there, they're gonna support that, and that's just gonna rub off on the next generation. And so we're talking about that right now, trying to find some kind of way of doing it. But when you're offering an employee, you know, $50 to $100, if he brings an employee that works for 2-3 months and we're not getting in return, that's where we are right now. And so the times of, hey,
We're offering 500.
but you used to bring your friend to go to work. Now we're bringing a friend to talk at work, you know, and then that person gets, you know, it just kind of just filters down. So we're looking at it, and I think that's the main thing is just, you know, being able to, but when you need 20 people and there's only 5 between 3 restaurants, you can't share it.
Yeah, and Chris, I know you're frustrated. I think, I know you're frustrated because it's challenging, but, you know, to your point, Beth, if you got any ideas, we'll at least take a look at it.
Well,
Please.
I mean, pass them along to the chamber,
Right.
not because they might be able to maybe share those ideas, so stuff like that.
It could be a different industry, you know, you could work at Fairmont in the morning and B&B at night, I mean, Colton's at night or Colton's at night and wherever. I mean, if it works, if we can figure that out, hey, partnerships are important. I think that's good. Great idea. Anything else? Okay. Motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Skip the bathroom break.
Any
That was the
opposed? You
worst
can
I
stay
did
here.
ever. Thank you guys.
If you go right there in the hallway, Chris, it's right there.
Don't go right there in the hallway.
But I wasn't gonna leave it. I skipped go. You know what? When the teacher